Good morning from
Santiago de Chile.
Yes, we are here once more in Chile for this trip, but now on the capital of the country. We are going to explore today a little bit of the city, of the history. As usual, we'll make a walking tour, and later on we'll show more what this beautiful city has to offer.
Yes, we always make these walking tours at the beginning of a city trip because we think that's the perfect introduction.
We started our walking tour at Plaza de Armas, the heart of Santiago, where the city's history really comes alive. From there, we made our way to La Moneda. Perfect timing, because a full military parade was happening right in front of us. Then we wandered into the charming Barrio Paris, Londres, with its European-style streets, before reaching the Church of San Francisco, one of the oldest in the city. And finally, a quick stop by the theater to wrap up this beautiful walk through Santiago.
We just finished our walking tour and it was super nice. We got so much information about the city. It was a tour with a teacher, so if you're interested to make a walking tour, search for the tour with the teacher. He gave us a lot of details about the history of the city, of the events during the dictatorship and the socialist times here, and how the city changed in the past. And so if you're into history, then you definitely should go there. And now we are going to the hill. How's it called again?
Cerro San Cristobal.
Yes, and we are crossing
the Barrio Bella Vista, which is a neighborhood full of bars, restaurants. Even during the day, there's a lot of things going on. We can also see there are many places that are still closed, so maybe in the evening, maybe like on the weekend, it's completely full. But for now, it's a nice area to walk around. There are many types of places, and there are some places where they are forcing you to enter and get a drink. But you can also find some chilly places with nice prices. So here we are at the top of the Cerro San Cristobal. We came with a funicular and until this path, but then to go up there we have to walk. There's no way. It's a short climb, but still with this weather it feels a little bit heavy, to be honest. But it's really a very nice view from the city of Santiago. You might have known or might have heard before about the smog that is around the city. So because of that we cannot really see the mountains around, but still very nice view.
From here you can also see that the city is huge, so anywhere you look you can see buildings and a lot of concrete. But I'm not sure if you can see on the camera the mountains behind the city. We barely can see them because there's, as Letty said, a lot of smog.
If you don't know, Santiago is very close to the Andes, and by the way, it's a very nice view when we are crossing it by plane. And it's so close that when the plane crosses the mountains, it starts to go down immediately to land in Santiago. But yeah, sadly, now it's a very dry season here, so it's not very easy to see the mountains. Our tour guide said that after the rain season we can have a better view from the Andes, from the city.
Yes, and later, I don't know if we can see it from here, but maybe over there you can see the very big skyscraper, and we want to go there later because it's the highest building in Latin America, and from there we want to see the sunset. And today our guide said there will be full moon, and there will be even a red moon, so yeah, we want to find a nice viewpoint to see this. So there is this tall building where we want to go later. We've heard that it costs around 20 euro to go up, but from there you can have maybe an astonishing view of the city.
So from this part of the Cerro San Cristobal you can also take the cable car. That there are many different options. I'm really not aware of all of them, but you can also have a nice view from the city from above. But since we decided to go to Costanera and it's not the cheapest, then we will pass the cable car ride today and show you the view from the tallest building in South America later. In case you don't know, besides of a nice viewing point, the Cerro San Cristobal is also a religious site. On the top of the hill we have a small chapel where people can go there to pray, and there's also a small place where they can put some objects to thank for a favor, for some miracle that they have received. And there's also a small chapel. So yeah, that's a very interesting place. We saw some people there that makes like this religious tourism. So, but of course there are many things. There are cafes, there are restaurants, there are places to have an ice cream, for example. And yeah, definitely a very nice spot to see the city and the Andes. We are now in Sky Costanera, the tallest building in South America, with 300 meters high and 62 floors. It's a little bit crazy to come in the elevator and see the numbers moving so fast. You even feel something in your ears. But the view from here is so nice. You can see the whole city. Depending on where you are, you can see different sides from the Andes, and it's really amazing. What are your impressions?
It's crazy. It's such a great view from here. You see the city down below, and then the background, the red-colored mountains. It's very astonishing.
It's really nice, and we heard from our guide that in winter season, when it snows, you see all these mountains very white, so it might be also a very nice view. Good morning. Today is our second day here in Santiago. Yesterday was a very full day where we walked around the city with a guide, went to the Sky Costanera, ate some traditional food, and today we are already on the Cerro Santa Lucia, one of the lookouts of the city. We have just entered. I think it's quite empty at the moment, and we're gonna go up to see what's there up here.
We are walking now through a barrio called Yungay, and it's full of interesting street art. There are a lot of buildings that look a bit rundown but are full of art. As you can see here, buildings mainly have only one story, but a lot of colors. So when I turn around here, again, it looks very beautiful. So far we really like Santiago. It's a very multifaceted city. You can do a lot of things. Which is very special about Santiago is that there are a lot of viewpoints. So there are a lot of hills in the city or big skyscrapers which you can visit, and from there you can have astonishing views of the city itself. And I don't know, I've never been in a city before where there were so many viewpoints. What do you think?
Yeah, it's nice. I think also the geography of the city helps this thing, because there are many hills. So basically in all the hills there's a viewing point. We also were yesterday on the Costanera, the 300-meter high building, where from, of course, you can see the whole city, and it's really nice. But yeah, Santiago is really cool and very safe as well. So far we are feeling quite safe. No?
That's true. Now I turn the camera around. Here we have the church on the other side of the street of the barrio. And here a lot of graffiti again. Small store where you can buy some drinks. This is the main square on the left side now. It's pretty calm here, I would say.
We are now at the main square of the Yungay barrio, which is called Plaza Yungay. And you can see some children playing, like people just living their lives. And in the middle of this square there is a monument to a guy that helped San Martin to cross the Andes and liberate Chile, as well as we might have said in the previous videos that he was a liberator of Argentina from the Spanish Empire. And this guy crossed the Andes and liberated also Chile. And the guy from the middle, he knew the Andes very well, and he helped San Martin to get here and make Chile free.
Yeah, stage is over there. And on the other side here again you can see a lot of colorful buildings. Also here it's an interesting mixture between street art and just graffiti. So I really like it here. Super interesting.
We are back now to the city center. Yesterday we passed here and there was a change of guard. We saw a very nice, very sunny. We saw a nice ceremony with the guards, etc. But we wanted to see this without that whole thing, to observe better the palace and the surroundings. So now we are back. And by the way, this building is so important because it was and still is the presidential palace. So here is where the president of Chile works. There are many Chilean flags which we can understand since we are in front of the presidential palace. I'm not sure, but my guess would be that every flag represents one region, one department of the country, but also on the surrounding buildings there are many flags. I don't know if with the sun you can see it, but there are some, and of course there is one.
Here a lot of important events took place. So for example, in the year 1973 the democratically elected president Salvador Allende was removed here by the Chilean military, and the military completely bombed this palace. It was completely demolished, and after this very dark times followed, because after that the dictatorship of Chile began. So this is a very important place.
Yeah, if if you see the building today, you cannot imagine how many things happened here 50 years ago. But our guide from yesterday showed a video, and it's really impactful to see the army of a country bombing the presidential palace of the same country. So I think regardless your political position, it's something really sad to see, because this somehow means that the country, or say there are citizens of the country against their home country. So yeah.
And on the other side of the square, there where the horses are now, there's even a statue dedicated to Allende. So this part of the history has not been forgotten in Chile. Yes, which I think is a very important thing to mention. This, guys, here is the biggest Chilean flag of the country. And we are now going down behind the presidential palace. There's a cultural center, and here you can grab a coffee. Here you can buy some local food from Chile. There's a small market. We are going down here now and enjoy the shadow a bit, because it's very hot today. A lot of sun. And yes, we just need to rest a bit in the shadow. So this is how the cultural center looks from the inside. So on the other side, behind this wall, there's a cafe where you can grab a coffee. Yesterday here downstairs there were some people making yoga. There was a yoga class, and there's also a bookshop. So a very interesting place.
Yeah, for me it's very cool to see that there are this type of spaces here where people gather to, I don't know, make some exercise, and also to, there are some also exhibition rooms. What else? Music classes, and like we saw in the other one. So it's really cool. Yesterday we passed by here in the morning with our tour, and it was full of people there on the terrace together. So that's really nice for me.